But what about the Niners? No way. Like, you just got Christian McCaffrey. The offense is supposed to be buzzing. Like, and the defense is a powerhouse. And, you're getting guys back from injury. And, of course, they're got to work their way back in. But I just expected a better game than this. And especially, you have a game where Jimmy Garoppolo throws for 303 and 2 touchdowns. He throws an interception, too. But you're expecting, hey, they might have got this one.
And the turning point was at the close of the first half. And when you're driving down, the 49ers are driving down, have an opportunity to score right before the half, and Jimmy seemingly throws up what looks like a gift. I mean, it was a pretty easy interception. I know he was under pressure, but still, I mean, you got to walk away with points at the end of the first half. I mean, to make matters worse, Kansas City Chiefs drove right down the field. Fortunately for the Niners, Harrison Butker missed that field goal. But the game seemed to just turn at that point.
But even in that point, you sit there and say, okay, you dodged a bullet. You got the muffed punt, which should have been automatic points.
Right.
It should have been automatic. And okay, you fumble that one. Like, I mean, you throw an interception. So it's like, okay, like you're disappointed already. And then you let them drive down, and then they get no points. That's at least a 6-point swing, if not more. You're expecting Patrick Mahomes, he's drove down the field like that. You're expecting 7 points out of that. So you're expecting it to be at least a 10-point swing. They avoided that, but the momentum, they never recaptured it. And honestly, Kansas City just had their way with him. You think, hey, they don't have Tyreek. He's not missing Tyreek. I got to give it to that. I mean, Charvarius Ward is still banged up. Like, we got to figure that out. Jimmy's banged up. Talanoa Hufanga was having a really good game until he got banged up. Like, the injuries just keep mounting up. Not sure what happened to Trent Williams. He seemed to be battling back, and hopefully they get him back soon. But it's just like, my goodness, man. Like, 44 points is not an elite defense giving up. And you would think, hey, maybe there's a pick six in there, a special teams touchdown. There was not. McCole Hartman had 3 touchdowns, 2 rushing, 1 receiving. Chris Jones had 2 sacks. Frank Clark showed up, 1.5 sacks. Juju Smith-Schuster went off, 7 catches, 124 and a tug. And Patrick Mahomes, 423, 3 touchdowns in that interception by Talanoa. It's like, my goodness. It's National Tight Ends Day, but come on.
The whole Kansas City Chiefs roster went off. I got to ask, the Chiefs, the Bills, these teams seem to be the bar, right? I mean, these are the teams
leave the Eagles out.
I'm talking about, right. Don't leave the Eagles out. But in terms of the AFC, the teams that you're likely to see in the Super Bowl, if the San Francisco 49ers so want to be there, what does this do to your psyche as a competitor, knowing that you got smacked on your home turf by 19 points against a team that you could, if you get there, see in the Super Bowl?
21, Mitchell. They got 21, Mitchell. Good night.
21.
It's demoralizing. It's demoralizing, no question. But this team has turned around better from more than this last season. They were 3-5, came back, made it to the NFC Championship. So they're never going to die. They're never going to say die, never going to give up. They have too much talent. They're too good of a team. They're going to be a problem for somebody in the NFC, but they have to get it turned around. You have to find these answers. That defense has to play better because, I mean, you're not going to play the Kansas City Chiefs every week, but if you play them and it looks like this, I'm concerned. I'm concerned about what happened, why it happened, and if those things are even correctable. There aren't a lot of answers coming from corner. Emmanuel Mosley is not returning this season. Jimmy Ward is going to have that cast on for a few more weeks. So you got to come up with answers. I'm not sure Nick Bosa is 100%. Like, you need Eric Armstead back. You need Javon Kinlaw back. But who knows when those guys will be back. So you have to, keep the ship afloat without them. And you turn around and look, the Seattle Seahawks, who's supposed to be nothing, who's supposed to be the bottom dwellers of this division, are sitting there rolling. They're rolling. Geno has them rolling. Your boy, Kenneth Walker Jr., has them rolling. So it's even more concern for the San Francisco 49ers because, the division isn't happening how you thought it was.